Top 50, the true 50 Drake's MCs, and Kumo D. But let's resume, baby. We're gonna talk about number 4. Kumo D had the one and only Big Daddy Kane. Big Daddy Kane. BIGDDYKNE. The BIGDADDYKNE. Spell his name out. That's what he was doing. It's prime, man. Let's get into it, man. Why was Big Daddy Kane a top 5 MC? And he definitely is, I think, to this day. I think you gotta put him in the top 5 to this day. No doubt. Let's break it down, though. The verse from, I believe it was Mortal Kombat. I think it was Mortal Kombat. Yeah, Mortal Kombat. That was off the It's a Big Daddy Thing album. They say now, so let's say read an episode from this verse. Here we go. Big Daddy Kane at his finest, man. Lyrically. The kiss of death on a rap pick and you get a slap quick, cigar with chapstick. In other words, protect and hold your own. It only takes one punch to get the headphone. Fist of Fury suckers get weary because the game got more spice than Curry. I add the flavor down on paper, another can save you from catching the vapors. Rounds there sting your face like a quick jab. Out rubbing in the guy Vic Sav. Captivating, dominating, innovating, illustrating, fascinating, motivating, elevating, terminating, mutilating. Rounds of worth their weight in gold. Bold, never sold to a bidder. They gleam and glitter. Your bitters, yours bitter like a kitty litter. As for damage, don't tell me what another do. Tell me what I never do. Because I quote that RAW. Just make room. Because fighters are doomed. Try to consume and make your own tune. A grave or a casket, a tisket, a tasket. Your rounds out of basket, boy, you get your blank kick. Fronting like you're hitting hard. Your arms too short to box with God. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The Mac is officially on wax. According to Kumo D, man. Big Daddy Kane is like a poetic player pimp with deadly lyrics. On his first album, Long Live the Kane, he announced in no uncertain terms who he was. On his album cover, he's sitting in a gold chair, throne, dressed in a purple gold, a white Roman robe, draped in truck jewelry, with 3 women around him, feeding him wine, fruit from gold cups and platters. Metaphor, Black Caesar is here. Kane approached the game with an attitude like we were all wasting time rhyming until he came. His rhyme style was inherently challenging. He was a natural battle MC, the lyrical flair for the ladies. He's one of the most polarizing MCs of the late 80s. His lyrics had the fury of fire, but his persona was so cool as ice. His rhymes were designed for battle, but he had no beats with any MCs. He had the spiritual essence of the 5% Nation, while simultaneously feel like the player of the year. The combination of these aspects made Kane the highest MC in the streets. Before Biggie, Kane was the lyrical ladies man that put Brooklyn on the map. Kane was so highly regarded for his lyrical prowess that he could come on stage dressed like a 1980s gangster in a 3-piece suit and tie and never receive any flack from his dressed down peers. The school of thought at the time was a truly hardcore MC dressed down, never up. This was normal for Kane. He usually broke all of the so-called unwritten rules. In 1987, Houdini and LL had set the template for what came to be known as the hip-hop love song. In 1988, when Kane got his turn at it, he pushed it to the next level. Kane actually sang his own hook. Kane can't sing. Once again, his respect level was so high. Kane just acted like that didn't happen. It was so hot that his album went gold without any real radio play. His rhyme style was so infectious, he became one of the most imitated MCs ever in the game. I think this is because, in my opinion, according to Kool D, Big Daddy Kane has the most perfect rhyme inflections ever. He always puts the emphasis on the more important part of the word, sentence, or syllable. He never leaves any part of the rhyme hanging. Every single word is always tied to another. The other thing that he does masterfully is the rhyme dismount. Few MCs know how to do it, and even fewer know how important it is to end your rhyme with an important punchline or profound statement. And rhyme song structure, the final line in your verse should set up your book. The reason the line is important is because the hook is the first time that the listener is really getting a chance to participate with you. The punchline should incite this. Today Kane is the king of this. What really makes him special is he fills the rhyme with punchlines and then dismounts the rhyme with something colorful and usually perfectly inflected. King also had the rare combination of being a battle MC and supreme lyricist with the flavor of sarcasm. King took over where Cass left off. As a member of the second generation of the three lyrical kings, Rakim, KRS-One, and Big Daddy Kane, Kane was the only one that made music geared towards women. His status as a hip-hop sex symbol reached an all-time high in 1989 when Kane, in keeping with breaking the rules, threw an all-women, ladies-only concert at the Apollo Theater. They really would not sell tickets to any men. If a man scalped a ticket, he wasn't at it. The show sold out, and the reports were Kane opened the show in a bathtub on stage. I don't think there's another level past that. Kane pushed the player image strictly from authenticity. He never needed it as a gimmick because he was already a lyrical king on the street. But many pundits, however, looked at this aspect as something that backfired on Kane. The feeling was people began paying attention to the image more than his skills. In any case, what Kane has attributed to the game can never be denied. One of his most overlooked contributions is how he set the trend to change the terms of freestyle. Until 1986, all freestyles were written, and then MC coming off the top of the head wasn't really respected, so the sentiment was MCs only did that if they couldn't write. The coming off the top of the head rhymer had a built-in excuse to not be critiqued as hard. That's all changed. That all changed when Kane and Biz Markie recorded this rhyme with Biz. What's the Kane in the flesh? Of course I'm fresh. Oh, you thought that I was rotten? I beg pardon. To be getting paid and get busy fall together. So, man, my ambiance never. Could I be weak? Well, I'm rather unique. Like I be using and not me can manage. So, brother like me, I do damage just by picking up the mic to go solo. I cold turn a party all out. Oh, yo, I get physical, mystical, very artistical, giving people something funky to listen to. That's why the other MCs can't swing long. I stop them out just like I was King Kong, stepping on roaches. I get ferocious, supercalifragilistic, expialidocious. I go on and on and on and until the bright sunny morning start morning. Cause I'm a pit here, print here's the infrared, bringing much terror. In your era, I'm ready, willing, and able. So bust the move. Never use a barbershop. I got my homeboy smooth, cooling out with the clippers right around the way. Keep my fresh cameo cut every day. So the word on the street was that was a tape of Biz Markie and this new MC named Big Daddy Kane. They were just fooling around, rhyming off the top of the head. That tape turned into a hot single and changed the perception of what freestyle was. Simultaneously made Kane one of the most anticipated MCs in 1987. As a member of the Juice Crew, Kane was known to write for Biz Markie about certain tape. As a soloist, he was one of the most flavorful, most charismatic lyricists ever. His delivery is impeccable. One of the best battle MCs ever to not have a battle. This is a testament to the level of respect and fear that other MCs had for Kane. Other than KRS-One, no MC has been feared. Which brings me to my conclusion of this chapter. In 1982, I just come off of destroying Busy Bee in a battle. From that time until 1987, I was the most feared MC in the game. One day, as I stood in front of a high school printing, 3 students came up to me and challenged me to battle their leader. I looked to see if someone would dare challenge me. I laughed and said, "Don't do it to yourself," and walk away. For some reason, the teacher somehow he and his friends all slapped hands and acted as if made their day. 5 years later, Big Daddy came to introduce himself to me as that teenager. He said he didn't think he was ready, but he wanted to take a chance about me to see where he stood and where he could learn. That kind of heart and insight is what made him shine. He was a student of the game, and he approached it like a warrior. Big Daddy Kane is one of the few MCs on this list that could be about top rhymes and rhyme style alone. The fact that he's done much more just ensures his place among the top 10. Big Daddy Kane is absolutely one of the true greatest MCs ever. Definitely, that's the truth. We're going to look at the strength and weaknesses. Strength was metaphor delivery, the best in the business at delivering the metaphor punchline, perfect inflections. Then you got the weakness, some unfortunately too much pimping, lost momentum when people started focusing on pimping instead of skill. More comeback, warming up. I think it's from warming up Kane and Long Live the Kane. That was favorite LP. Right, let's look at originality. Game came in 95. Second wave of the second three kings. Big Daddy Kane came after the first three. Brought his own flavor to the equation without question. 85 for concepts. Uh, 90 for versatility. He was one of the first MCs taking chances doing the type of records that people were scoffing at the time, but everybody's doing it now. He was doing records with Barry White and Blues Magic way before everybody else. Vocabulary 90, substance 80. Same lines cast. Jigga, that's the family. The Trinity is actually cast to Kane to Jay-Z. It just roll street flavor. That flavor of street hustle Mac Pimp style. Flow 100 for Kane. He kind of changed the way people were flowing based on when he came. Flavor 100. One of the most flavorful lyricists. Again, he's like Kaz in that same bloodline. He has his also, where they are lyricists and they have flavor that is unheard of skill. 90. Freestyle 100. Vocal presence. Live performance 100. 80. Poetic value 90. Body of work 90. Industry impact. He has a 90 on the industry impact, not from the regular of the Grammys and awards. His industry impact is a little more unique in that Trinity with Kane, Rakim, and KRS-One, more MCs imitated Kane than any of the three. Because like it's more like when Prince came, there was a difference between Prince and Michael Jackson. When Prince came, he had a lot of followers like the Jesse Johns and Trump crew reviewing Morris Day and the Time. That Minneapolis sound, Prince actually rated a sound. People came doing that sound. But Daddy Kane's that guy in the hip hop world. A lot of MCs emulated what he was doing more than anybody else. So I gave him a 90 on the industry impact on that alone. Social impact, 80. He wasn't really that well known outside the hip hop world. He was more popular now than even though he was hotter then. 90 for longevity, lyrics 100, battle skills 100, 15, 60, total score 91.7. Like that's it, done. I got the one only Big Daddy Kane. Come back. Gonna get to the top three, man. 6:30. Talking about the top three. So continue with number three. I'll let you know who that was. So then, talk to you soon.